Welcome to Raj Yog's Panch Mahapurush Yogs, and we will cover Malavya in this. This is a series of 5 episodes. So, Panch Mahapurush, this is one of the Panch Mahapurush. The Panch Mahapurush is formed by Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury, and I have got one episode on each of them. This particular episode is focused on Venus, and Venus in special areas or houses or zodiacs will form Malavya Yoga. And it's true that Sun, Moon, Rahu, Ketu do not form Panch Mahapurush Yogs. Okay, so when do you form Malavya Yoga? Now, if you are familiar with house lords, it'll be easy. Uh, Merc Venus is the house lord for Taurus and Libra zodiac, and we know it is exalted in Pisces. So, very simple. If your Venus is residing, or if your birth chart has a ascendant of Taurus, Libra, or Pisces, you are eligible. Second eligibility criteria is Venus should be in the cardinal houses. Of course, it's great when it's in its own house, own zodiac 3 and 6, but ascendant should be Taurus, Libra, or Pisces. Another thing is very interesting for this yoga. It is extremely rare to find it. The simple reason is what happens is Venus, Sun, and Mercury tend to be together most times. I've explained this in, I think, my transit or gocha chart. So in any birth chart, you'll see them always either next to each other or together. And most times, Sun tends to combust Venus. That means it reduces its power to quite a bit. So it's important to check that does Venus have the power in that birth chart. Plus, if it's alone in the house, it's ideal. But if it's sharing space with Sun and Mercury, this particular yoke could get weakened. So look at the both the charts. If you're familiar with North, you follow this. South, you follow this. So if ascendant is 2, 7, or 12, Taurus, Libra, or Pisces, and Venus is in 1, 4, 7, 10 houses, then this is an eligible candidate. In the South Kundli, we'll assume that this is ascendant Venus. So if house number 1, 4, 7, 10 have Venus, house number 1 starts for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So house number 1, 4, 7, and 10, if that has Venus, then this is an eligible candidate. So what are the traits? Basically, this is a Venus is a planet of romance and charm and whatnot. So you will find those kind of traits in these people: beauty, fame, romance, wealth. They're self-indulgent people, immense riches, prosperity. And every good trait has a bad trait. For example, if you're very beautiful, you could be a person who's a person in vain and so on. So those are the negative connotations of this yoga. The professions you can find them is in media, films, journalism, glamour, fashion. This is the picture view, the Indian name of all the zodiacs, the English name of all the zodiacs, and where does Malavya hold true? It's for if Venus is in, I mean, if your ascendant is Taurus, Virgo, or Libra, and Venus is in house 1, 4, 7, and 10. Let's take some examples. In this case, ascendant is correct, it's number 6, Virgo, but Venus is sitting in house number 12. So this particular Kundli or birth chart or horoscope is not eligible. Let's take another example. So here it is number 7. Number 7 is Libra, and Venus is here in the cardinal house number 4. So this particular birth chart is eligible. Only careful that Mercury and Venus are together here. So Mercury should not overpower Venus in this house and make it weak. It would have been better if it was by itself, but if it's not, it's fine. It's still applicable. Just having Panch Mahapurush Yog does not mean happy life always. This is very clear. So you might assume that, okay, I have the Raj Yog and now I'm done and life will be very good. Of course, there are these particular birth charts have a great life. They have everything one wants, but they also have their share of difficulties. And even if you have Raj Yogs, you cannot go with the assumption that fame will come. There is a good possibility it will come, but efforts will be counted. Try to look for people in fashion world and look at the possibility of yoga. I'm very sure you'll find quite a few which will have this, and you will find that their lives have had its share of ups and downs also. Does Malavya Yoga make a person vain? Like I mentioned, any trait has its plus and minus. So yes, it's possible that these kind of people may have a lot of um, self-worth, and it can go beyond normal and become negative as well. A small quiz. Can I have Malavya Yoga if Venus is in its own zodiac and if it's a Libra ascendant? The answer is yes. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.